Okay guys, so good morning. So once again, welcome to our channel. Oh, teka lang. Kalimutan ko. Kalbo pala tayo. Kasi guys, ang init, so nagpakalbo tayo. But okay lang guys ha, mag-cap lang ako for the whole video. So today guys, we will introduce to you, or we will feature a very nice person, our mentor. We will watch how he became a successful person from rags to riches. And this video, sana mapanood ng mga OFW kasi para talaga sa inyo. But before we continue guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel Job Opportunity Worldwide. So if you are on your PC, you click subscribe and tap the bell button para ma-notify po kayo sa next video upload natin. Kasi yung mga videos natin is more on tutorial, how to earn without employment, how to start your online career as well. If you are on a mobile phone guys, you click subscribe here and then tap the bell button also. Okay? So once again guys, this is the person that we would like to introduce to you, Mr. Anthony Leuterio, the founder of Filipinohomes guys. So he mentioned, or he quoted once, that success does not come on a silver platter. Success comes when we strive our best to achieve it. Totoo naman yan. Kasi maraming gustong maging successful pero they are not really striving hard. At sabi niya, success for me is also about being able to inspire and to help people in a more profound and personal way. Seeing them succeed is my ultimate business. So yun yung goal niya, ang goal niya sa buhay niya guys. So he is the founder of Filipinohomes. This is the website, filipinohomes.com. So guys, if you notice, no, yung cap natin is naka Filipinohomes siya. Then under Filipinohomes guys, as the mother company, mayroon tayong Leuterio Realty and Brokerage. Leuterio Realty, yun yung ang first company na ni-registered niya sa SEC. At ito yun guys, Leuterio Realty. So napangalan sa kanya, Mr. Leuterio. So before we continue guys, before we watch him live, no, sa video, before we watch him and introduce who he is, where he came from, we will just watch a short video, okay?
Your dream of a lifetime, and now is the right time with Filipino Homes. Filipino Homes, you truly deserve it, and you finally made it a home of your own here at Filipino Homes. At Filipino Homes, we're here to serve you. At Filipino Homes, we'll make your dream come true. For you, we'll make it easy. Together on this journey, only the very best for you. That's our passion, we make it happen. Perfect partners that you've ever known. At Filipino Homes, deals are exceptional. Filipino Homes, always professional. Filipino Homes, a place to call your own. Filipino Homes, always feels at home. Filipino Homes.
So guys, if you are an OFW or a locally employed or anyone who wants to be inspired, this is it. This is the person that you need to follow guys. Because our goal here at Filipino Homes is to really help you to own your dream house, to have your own home that you can call your own. So as you can see guys, our brand is Filipino Homes. That's our cover photo, our profile picture is also Filipino Homes. So this is a wonderful opportunity guys for all of us. You can join Filipino Homes, or you can also help other Filipinos na magkaroon sila ng bahay. Okay? So, we will watch the video. Let's see. Teka lang guys para diretso-diretso tayo. So, ito yung video guys na gusto kong ipakita sa inyo. Okay?
A few moments later.
Okay, we are live. I think you're already live as well, Sir Tonton.
Yeah.
Okay, good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, whatever time you guys watch this one. If you're watching this one live, it's good afternoon. My name is Giga Jr., and I am with our guest here for today. It took me a long time to snag this very busy buddy.
After 1 year.
After 1 year of chasing you around, I finally caught you, sir. And at the right time, right? Ladies and gentlemen, the founder of Filipinohomes, Mr. Anthony Tonton Leuterio. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, hi Junior. Okay, so I'm so honored to be here, live in your podcast.
Okay, we have to turn off the volume of
Yeah.
this because it sounds awkward.
Okay.
So we can listen to ourselves. Tonton, thank you so much. Like I said, thank you so much for taking time off from your very busy schedule. I know you're preparing a national convention these next coming days, and I'm
Yeah.
sure you're very busy, but thank you so much for putting on the brakes just for a few minutes. Okay, Sir Tonton, your story needs to be told because I know you have what I call a real rags to riches story. Ton, share to our viewers the story of Tonton. How did your past, how did your childhood, your adolescent life prepare you to being the founder of one of the biggest, if not the biggest, real estate marketing company, not just in Cebu but in the entire Philippines? Tell us your stories, Tonton. Even the long version of that, I'll be glad to listen to it.
Yeah. Actually, honestly, Jigger, I never expected to be like this today.
Okay.
With Filipinohomes. How big is the company? Because I've been into direct selling before. My passion is just to achieve my dream. Okay. One of my dream is just to make money, don't have a problem in my life, and to travel the world. Okay. So that is one of my goal. Okay. And my mom died at the age of 9 years old. My dad.
No, wait, you mean you were 9 years old?
Yeah, when
Okay.
I was 9 years old,
Okay.
she passed away.
Okay.
And my dad disappeared at the age of 10.
Okay. So left you
She-
at the
yes,
age of
left
10
us.
years old.
Yes.
Okay.
And two of us, my sister, we left in Orhelio.
Okay.
We live in a squatter area.
Okay.
So we went to school. Okay, me and I have a dream.
Okay.
Just
Who are your guardians when you were 9, 10 years old?
my lola. I live with 3 families.
Okay.
Uncle, my lola, and my lolo.
So in Orhelio, you were living with 3 different families. At
No,
least
we live in different areas.
Oh, okay. In Orhelio,
No.
in different parts of Cebu.
Yeah, I live in Capital.
Okay.
Moved to Orhelio.
Okay.
Moved to Hipodromo.
Okay.
Talisay.
Okay.
And end up back to Orhelio.
So you took public school. You mentioned.
Yeah.
Again, please continue.
So I went to Cebu Normal because it's the only free school that we can go. Okay?
Okay.
And I passed the exam.
Okay.
And I love the school. Okay. So I was there, kindergarten, elementary, high school, and I have doing part-time business when I was still high school, and that's the one that makes me make money, okay, to survive.
Okay.
Okay, so I sell stickers, I sell some T-shirts.
Diin
stuff.
makatong kwanton funding. Where did you get your money to buy the stickers, for example, in bulk and resell them?
Yeah, because I have allowance
Okay.
in my mom's company before.
Mm-hmm.
She works in PLDT, so we've been supported 600 pesos support.
As part
from-
of the support
Yes,
after she passed away.
yes.
So you had
And
600 pesos a month or a day?
month.
A month.
A
All
month.
right.
So that's where we get the money, and I buy sticker in National Bookstore and I print the names of every student, and I sell it. Okay, so I cut that one, and I've been making the time about 500 pesos to 1,000 a day.
A day.
A day
Okay. At high school.
at high school.
That's already a lot of money even today.
a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where I saw my passion of selling.
Selling.
Okay. And in every business there's no such thing as forever, right? And I went to college and I got serious on going to school.
What did you
And
take up, if you don't mind?
Bachelor of Science in Computer Science.
Okay.
Yeah. So I go to San Jose and graduated San Jose, and as the cliche works, when you go to school, get a good education, then get a good
Job.
job, right? So I went to a job.
Okay.
I worked with Kulas
Okay.
t-shirt. Okay, I
Oh,
sell t-shirts.
our good friend Hill, right?
Yeah, Hill,
Oh,
di
yeah,
ba?
yeah,
We
yeah.
met that before.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
met with Hill before.
Yeah, that's how I knew you. Yeah.
Until now, we're so close friends.
Okay.
We comment each other, and that's it. Okay, but I don't want to work really in a job,
Mm-hmm.
so I helped Hill sell his shirts, and we made so much money with that one. And I love selling t-shirts. I love starting selling with Hill. Okay, we have a very good partnership that time, but we have dreams. We want to be independent. I want to start my own company.
Okay.
But the problem that time, I don't have money. Okay, to really start a big company.
Like a capital.
Yeah, capital.
Okay.
So somebody recruited me to join a direct selling at the age of 25. So I was still working with Hill, and that's the story. Okay, so I joined the direct selling company.
You mean like a marketing pyramid scheme kind of company?
Pyramid, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a direct selling.
Direct selling. Okay.
Yeah.
Which
It's,
company was this?
motel.
And tell us about it.
First, we started with Cemetery.
Okay.
And after 7 years, we made a success story there. I traveled the world, and DXN.
Okay.
So I joined DXN.
Did you see your first million in direct selling?
Yes. In my first year.
So you
we
were quite
made-
successful at the direct selling pyramid scheme industry, so to speak.
Yeah.
Starting with Symmetry and then DXN.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my first year, we made about 3 million.
Okay. This is your personal income, huh?
Yes,
This is not the
personal
company income.
income.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is your first year in Symmetry.
Yes.
Okay. And then you moved from Symmetry to DXN.
Yes.
Tell us about the DXN experience.
So when DXN assigned me to become the motivator
Okay.
of the company, so they assigned me all over the world. Okay, so I was traveling in Hong Kong,
Okay.
traveling to Dubai,
Okay.
whole Middle East. I'm the one who's in charge of training.
Okay.
With all OFW, and we went to Australia. Okay, so many countries, Europe, and I ended up in America. So that's where I really started very big, because I'm the one who started the country. So, and so much income there, and we opened so many stores, and every night I met so many OFW. Okay, that time in 1996 to year 2000, most of the sales agents in real estate that time are joining direct selling, because there's no such thing as real estate boom in that time because of the crisis
In the United States.
in the Philippines.
Okay.
So most of the agents are joining direct selling. Yeah, there's no such thing as real estate.
There was no real estate industry to speak of back then.
Yes,
It wasn't as
but
big as an industry
there
now.
are some agents doing selling, but the traditional way. Okay, they do malling, exhibit, but nobody believes in doing the hard way that
Okay,
time.
okay.
And the unethical issue where you have buyers, they will just
So
What's this?
wait a minute. So you were assigned in the United States to be the official brand ambassador of DXN,
Yes.
and that's where you saw your
Opportunity.
opportunities, not just for DXN, direct selling marketing, but also for real estate.
yes.
There was like a light bulb moment. Was there like a moment when you said, "Oh, I should go into real estate"? What
No,
happened there?
It's by accident. I have a friend
Okay.
who wants to retire, and he wants to buy properties. So I referred him to a broker in the Philippines. But that broker makes so much money from my referral, from my friends, but he never contacted me again to give at least
A token. Okay.
or any
Commission.
incentive, okay, or referral commission. So that sparks me. Why not? I'll be just an agent, and with all the vast OFW that my connection, oh, I can make money here. Okay. But I saw the problem already. It's so hard to sell real estate because that time there's no condominium, no big housing project in the country. So I
What
studied.
were the developments back then? Just single detached, right? Perhaps,
No, the
or
developments
communities.
there, only lot only.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was 10 years ago, 20 years ago,
2016, 2006.
2006. So more or less 13 years ago,
14 years
14
ago.
years ago.
So in Cebu, I can recall Santa Lucia. Okay, so Santa Lucia projects, lot only.
Okay.
And also I saw Camellia. Okay, but not really that big projects.
Small
Okay?
projects.
And PrimaryHomes, the time they sell subdivisions. So basically, what sparks me is in my study. I made a study while I was in America because most of my friends there are brokers, and they talk to me and say, Mr. Leuterio, you have to change career. You have to be a real estate agent. Yeah, there's so many OFW in the States, all over the world, and why not you just give a good service to them? Then you can make money. It's better than earning in direct selling. And go, why did you say? Siya, one deal, Mr. Leuterio, you can make $500,000 to 1 million. And why sell some small product that will generate you small income? So that sparks my mind. And go, why not study if there's a market? Because every time I join a business, I have to study. This I will never get wrong.
When you
in
say
joining.
study, do you mean like fund a research and development team, or just read up about it, or what do you
No,
mean
I
when you
just
say study?
in myself,
own personal
on my
capacity.
personal capacity,
Okay.
through connection. Okay, so I asked around. So, ma'am, are you here in the U.S.? How many years? Why are you going? And one major question that I asked is, why are you here abroad? I went to Qatar. I went to Dubai, and I always ask this: why are you here? I want to be in. I work as an OFW because I have a dream. What's your dream? I want to buy my own house. And 80%, 90%, they want to go back, buy a house. What if I have a brand that they will identify? I build this brand, then they'll buy from me. So I saw big potential. OFW.
Not just in the United States, but also in the Middle East.
All over the world, Canada. Because if you look at around,
This was your days during DXN, right?
yeah. So I made that study. So that is the study of the OFW maturity. So I made that. In fact, 10 years ago, most of the media, they interviewed me in the newspaper. If you Google that one, what's the future in the Philippines? The future is so huge. People wants to retire in the Philippines, OFW, and the foreigners, tourists wants to retire. But the problem, the infrastructure. So that is the issue. Then when the presidency comes in, that their trust now is to change the Philippines to be the better Philippines. Then and that sparks my interest.
Okay. So, all of the things that you saw while you were in the United States and the Middle East said, or at least the OFW told you that they want to retire here or go home after working their asses off in the United States or in the Middle East to buy a home here
Yeah.
in the Philippines, right? That's what you saw. And you saw that as an
I saw that.
opportunity. So that's when you formed or organized and founded Filipino Homes.
Yes.
Did you envision Filipino Homes to become one of the, if not the largest real estate marketing company in the Philippines day one of your setting up that company 10 years, 12 years ago?
Not yet. Because, we have to study. And that's the reason we are the first organization, first realty company that we started to bring our team to abroad in America. So we attended trainings. And we saw in that training way back 2012 that most of the big real estate company have a brand. Most big company have training company. Most big companies have complementary products. And that's the reason we build Rent.ph. Okay, because people buy, they always ask, okay, Mr. Leuterio, we want to buy properties in the Philippines, condominium, but who will take care of this property? So we saw that problem. And 80 to 90% of the investors today are OFW. They're not physically in the Philippines. So we built Rent.ph. After 2 years, 2014, we launched it because I saw that problem.
So another opportunity came about aside from Filipino homes. You selling homes to Filipinos all over the world. You also found opportunity for Rent.ph.
Yeah.
Exactly what is Rent.ph?
Rent.ph is actually it's a service, property management service where a buyer or an investor, they don't have to worry about looking for people to rent and who will be connecting with the owners and sellers.
Okay.
So if the buyer come to the Philippines, okay, Mr. Leuterio, I'll buy 3 condominium at this price. How much will you think to be rented out? Then we can give them good advice, real advice. And our agent will not detach with selling anymore. They will be going forward for rental commissions, rental income. Because most of the realty company in the Philippines, it's not set up long term. Our company set up long term. Long term. We have so many subsidiary, ancillary products that you can also sell, not only real estate. They will buy cars. Why not sell cars? They buy insurance. Why not sell insurance? Because these are connected. These are complementary.
Is that Rent.ph for you? Insurance and cars?
Rent.ph, insurance, cars. So, okay, this is what happened. When OFW arrive in the Philippines, they buy a house. Next, they'll buy car
Maybe insurance.
and insurance because they want to insure their house. Why
their-
not
or their car.
sell all of those things? And if you go abroad, most of the companies offer these services already. But in the Philippines, there's none. There's no realty that is so robust in terms of website connecting all of these things. Like buy and sell. Like for example, if you have a buyer wants to renovate their condo, where do you call? You have to call a lot of people from plumbing, construction. So why not call Filipino Homes? Everything. We have a company who will handle construction.
Filipino Homes, like I said earlier in this interview, is that you're one of the biggest, if not the biggest, real estate marketing company in the Philippines.
Okay.
I can imagine you probably have a lot of people under you. How many people are under Filipino Homes?
Registered 17,000.
17,000.
Yeah.
Now,
But not everybody
I
are
asked you
selling.
this question earlier during our pre-interview, and I'd like to ask this again in front of everybody. How the hell do you manage 17,000 sales agents, Tonton?
Yeah. This is what happened. Why Filipinos has been working with agents properly. Why we made it so fast to make money in our company. Agents are lifting their lives here because we have a system. We have a software.
So the solution is the system.
It's the software.
Tell us about the system.
The software we invented from Leuterio Realty, we invested about almost 230 million with that.
230 million
Yes,
worth of
11 years.
software.
Payments of programmers,
Okay.
ideas,
Okay.
concept. So if you total that one, we invested so much money there. So we invest money because all of our employees are full-time. So we have a lot of full-time employees, programmers, accountants. So with this software, it's actually never-ending programming. Like just now, we just invented another software. It's an app. But since we don't have an app developers, we hired another company to handle that one. But the one who will maintain it is our company. And we have to spend multi-millions with that one.
All of these softwares, all of these apps that you have created are just for your use, right? This is not.
For the Filipino Homes agent.
This is not for anybody else's use. I mean, like if I was a real estate company, I'd like to have the same thing as you. I can't do that.
No.
It's not public.
Okay, this is how it works, Filipino Homes. Most of the brokers now in the country, when they understand the concept of Filipino Homes, they tie up, they join Filipino Homes, and they're absolutely only using the brand Filipino Homes. Why? Because we open so many branches and we campaign our brand abroad. Actually, we are not really that known in the Philippines. But if you go to Japan, you go to New York, you go to America, you go to Hong Kong, you go to Singapore, everybody knows Filipino Homes. We invested multi-millions every month in branding. So if you go to the airport, people ask, why do you advertise so much in the airport? 70% of the people who arrive in the country, in the Philippines, visit Cebu. So why not advertise in the airport? People who wants to invest in the Philippines, they land in Cebu. So we advertise so much, and it's we spend maybe 2 to 3 million in advertisement a month. So no broker in the country who spend that money to support the value of the agent, because most of the brokers, they just create their own realty and they just rent an office and that's it. They don't provide software, advertising, ancillary products. So here they save more money, they still get their commission.
You know what, Ton, looking at your immediate history just before Filipinohomes, when you were still with DXN, and how real estate came to you by accident.
Yeah.
And looking at what you're talking about, listening to you right now, it is such an intricate and complicated system of software and apps that you have created for Filipinohomes and Rent.ph that I imagine that you could not have possibly imagined it when you were setting up your little idea back then, when you were still with that networking company.
Correct.
Did you visualize this? Did you see this in hindsight? Were you imagining all this intricate software that you're talking about now?
Yes, correct. Actually, this is the problem. Before, I study real estate company, okay? And I want to help all real estate company. The problem is they don't listen to me. So, okay, if you don't listen to, I'll create my own. So that's the real story. Because my goal is to help Filipino. Help, because I don't have problems about money. I'm done. I traveled the world, I made so much money, and I made my name in direct selling. But I joined Filipinohomes to create a model so everybody can be easier to sell.
Wait a minute, so you said that real estate companies don't listen to you, so you created your own? What do you mean by
Yes,
that?
before
Explain to us.
I built a training company.
Training
Company.
For what?
Some brokers and agents.
Okay.
Every broker, every agent can attend my training. And I created a company for training.
to train real estate agents.
Yes,
because
Bill
you
Aker.
had, because you had experience in direct selling.
Yes.
selling in general, right? Okay.
So
go
how
on.
to survive in selling.
Okay.
Because selling, the methodology of selling is just the same. You just change product, right? You can sell cake, you can sell iPhone, you can sell water. It's just the same. It's just a product that differs everybody. Okay, so when you sell real estate, then there's another level of training you have to attend, knowing the product, how to get the market, and that's how it is. So when I created a company, Aker, Philippine Allied Chamber of Real Estate Agents and Broker.
Okay.
That was designed to unite.
To unite what?
All agents and broker, so we can help each other. But the problem, some realty have unethical practices that we cannot change because they are in old school. They've been a real estate agent for 10 years, 15 years. So I cannot change them. So in my thought, why not force myself to feed my idea? Why not create my own company and train new people? So that's the concept. So train new people who loves change. Do you get the idea?
You know, what do you mean by loves change?
Loves change.
People who are not in
They
the
are doing selling.
Okay.
They're doing real estate selling. They're doing any types of selling, and they want to accept change. That change of career, change of product, and they're online. Because my goal is, why not we'll create an online brand that have delivered the best value for the clients, best service, and they will never lie. My goal is, that's the reason we're the first one who created the first ethics manual in the country.
So you have an ethics manual for Filipinohomes.
Yes. So when you join, you have to read that and you have to attend our seminar, because it's so hard to join Filipinohomes, honestly. And there's so many applicants. We receive about 400 to 500 people who want to join us. But I cannot accept all of them because we saw some people that are not qualified in according
So
to our standard.
you've already profiled what a good real estate agent is. But you
Yeah.
mentioned earlier in this interview that selling the methodology you
Okay.
mentioned. That's the word that you use, methodology. It's all the same. It's just the changing of the
Product.
products, right? So you can sell iPhones, you can sell cars, you can sell real estate, right? So, Ton, what is the profile of a good sales agent? Because I too have to handle a few salespeople, and
Yeah.
it's kind of a difficult task to mold them into what you call a superstar or a rock star sales agent. How do you make rock star sales agents, Ton?
This is what happened. When you join real estate, number one, your name must be clean. You don't have a shoddy background. Because if people saw you already that you been doing some
Shady
illegal, shady dealings, they will not buy from you. Imagine, we are selling the biggest commodity in the whole world, the most expensive. So people check you.
Yeah.
So when we accept people, we have to check if these people have good background, honest, and ethical in practice.
So a house is probably the biggest investment
Of a person.
of a person in his entire life, right?
Yes.
And you have to have the utmost trust,
Yeah, the ultimate agent.
trust, the ultimate agent that you can sort of entrust all your life savings with this person, right?
Correct.
And that's a very crucial, I think, fact about selling. I think one of the things that people don't realize is that you have to like the person that you're buying from, right?
Yes.
It's crucial, right?
You
The
have
likability
to-
factor.
Not just like,
Trust.
you have to trust. It's a trust. So we, okay, why do we sell 20 times better than other companies?
You know, why is that? That's a good question.
Because most of the people say, "Ton, why are you becoming always number one?" Honestly, I don't want to be number one.
Okay.
Because I just want to be low profile. If you look at, until now, I still have my car, Picanto, and Carens. That's 8 years old. Why I'm still driving it now? Because I don't want to change my lifestyle. I just want to be simple. So people ask me, Ton, why do you want to do this? I want to help more Filipino. My goal is not to make money. My goal is to build a brand, trusted brand, train the best agent that they will not scam buyers. And they have to choose developers also. And that's the reason you look at, we choose developer. We're the only realty who choose scrutinize developers. And we don't, because we have experience already 5 years ago. We support so many developers, but they didn't finish their projects. And where will the buyers go? They go to me. Mr. Leuterio, you've been selling to this developer, but they never finish. So that's the reason now, last 2 years ago, we qualify
The developer.
the developer, qualify the developer, and qualify the agent. And we build a system, and the system is progressive. It is a never ending. Okay, and that's the reason I go to school every year.
Speaking of school, one of the things that really baffle me about you, Ton, is the incredible amount of unluck that you had back when you were a child. 9 years old, your mom died, passed away. 10 years old, your dad left for abroad, and you were left alone with your siblings, and you were jumping from one household to another.
Yeah.
Easily, that background could have guaranteed you a life of poverty, but instead you rose up from the ashes and you built one of the biggest real estate marketing firms in the Philippines. How the hell did you do that, man? Tell me about the thought process of that child 40 years ago. What were you thinking, man? Like, what was going through your mind at that time?
Honestly,
So, honestly, if you can remember your feelings, your thoughts, wa ka na murag mo give up siguro ka na ba kung ako pa if I was in your
honestly,
case.
most of the people, they always ask, how did you do that, Ton? Okay, this is what happened. I've been praying. Okay,
When you were 10 years old,
yes. When everybody left you, what will you do?
nothing else to do.
You have to pray. You say, Lord, what's happening? Why do you have to laundry my clothes? Why in the hell everybody leaves me? Why people don't love me anymore? Nobody take care with me. I have to survive. Okay, because if you don't have money, you don't have friends. Do you agree?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, somehow.
So I was asking, Lord, what happened to this? Why are you giving me this? And until I found the answer. Now, in order to be successful, you have to work hard. And I saw so many books, read so many books, just work and there will be timing. You just have timing.
So
And
were you reading books at an early age? Are you talking about
No,
motivational
I don't
books?
read books at my early age.
Okay.
But, I experience stories.
Okay.
Because at the age of 10, you cannot understand everything, right? Stories. Why are these people becoming successful?
So you were listening, absorbing stories about other people. Who were those success stories that you listened to or read about when you were a child?
No, I always ask this to myself. It's so unfair. Why people at this age, they're so rich already? And I saw it because of their family background. Because they have wealth, they have their father who are rich already.
So they were born with a silver spoon.
Yes.
Okay.
And until one day, why not work? And I just pray. Just keep on praying until God give me opportunity.
So you mentioned that you were selling stickers and
Yes.
and stuff like that
Just to survive.
back in high school. Was that your first entrepreneurial venture, Ton, selling stickers, or
Yes.
was there anything before that or after that? And what were the other entrepreneurial ventures that you had?
This is what happened. I believe that if you have a good name, if you respect people, if you have gratitude, God give you blessing. You just have to respect whatever nature gives you.
Whatever
So,
nature gives you.
Yes.
In
example,
in
if
your case.
God gives you this,
Okay.
take advantage because it's an opportunity and master that one.
But God, if you want to call it that, took your mom and your dad. You had nothing,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. But I've been praying.
So what did God give you that you said
No.
is an opportunity? What do you
God-
mean? What did you mean by God gave you what? What?
No, God get my mother away, right?
Okay, uh-huh.
My father away. But I still keep on praying. I never lose hope.
Okay.
The problem, if we lose hope, what will happen? You run out broke. So you just have to keep praying. Me, I was just keep on praying. Oh, Lord, give me an opportunity. And He gives me direct selling. And when I get that direct selling, I saw that this is what I love, selling. Then I just grab, hug it, and love what I do.
Would you consider yourself a workaholic, Ton?
Yeah. I sleep at 2 o'clock
In the morning.
in the morning.
Okay, so is there a constant wrangling in your mind about what are you gonna do, how to make the business bigger and better, and
Because I always go to school. This year, I graduated two biggest completion in my life. I graduated MIT. Getting to school in MIT online is not that easy. You have
yes, of
to
course, yeah.
be online 6 months, 3 to 4 months, and 6 hours you have to study every day. I just finished Oxford Digital Disruption, so I've been going to school. What is the future in the world? So why is it that we are always advanced? Because we don't stop. We don't stop helping people go abroad. Like me today, next month, I'm bringing almost 100 people to America.
At your expense, Filipinohomes.
Most
yeah.
of them,
Yeah.
actually, they get their money from Filipinohomes. Commission, incentive. Most of them have money already. So I told them, we have to level up. And they asked me, how? So we have to go to abroad, to America. Because before then, 5, 10, 20 years ago, no brokers invited agents, a sales agent, to go to the States. Because they just think that they are dominant in giving opportunity. But now we level. Filipinos now level from me to the broker to the agent. We level opportunity to everybody.
What do you mean by level opportunity?
Level. Whatever I learn, they can learn. Because the concept of some brokers, they just be the one who will know everything. They go abroad, then they go back, then they just train their agent. Why not go abroad, go with your agent? Why not? So,
Take us, because I'm looking at you right now, and it seems very. I've said this to one of my friends, Mr. Bani Paes, one of my guests
Yeah.
in the Pilosopo Podcast, and I want to ask you this and tell you this again. It looks like it's very stressful to be Tonton Leuterio. Take us through a day in the life of Tonton. What kind of mind, what kind of activities do you have on a regular day? Because I know you mentioned that you sleep at 2 a.m. So what do you do, man?
But honestly speaking,
What do you do to relax?
Until now,
Yeah.
I'm also amused with my company.
Amused with your company.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't. Maybe God built this one, and that's what I answer. Because when you ask anybody from my team, they always also ask, "How did you do that?" That's the question. So I always tell them, say, somebody help us. The Lord.
But how hard do you work?
I work smart.
Okay.
Not hard.
Okay. So tell us about how
So-
you work smart, not hard.
I work smart by listening the strategy. Instead, you close a deal in 10 years, you make money in 10 years. I'll do it in 1 month. I have a strategy to do that.
Okay.
So most of the brokers and agents, until now, they've been working for real estate. But most of my agents are already earning so much money than any other agents.
So what is the secret to your sales agents that they can close a deal in such a short span of time compared to the other brokers, the other real estate agents?
We always have training, non-stop training. Every week, all over the Philippines, maybe we have 40 to 50 trainings all over the Philippines. So we don't have, we have to really keep on training them. Strategy, what are the new way to capture market, who are the next buyer, what country is the next big thing. So we have to study geographically where to attack, because like for example Singapore, there's 400,000 OFW, and today there's about you look at 20%. How much is 20% of 400,000?
Oh, man.
That's about
A lot.
16,000. So
Something like that.
16,000 wants to buy. They want to invest. So how do you capture that 16,000? So we have strategy. We have a meeting, and we teach them how to capture that one, where to get that. Okay. So
So you do your strat meeting here in the Philippines, in Cebu, for a market that's thousands of miles away in Singapore. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. Singapore, Dubai,
So
US.
you conceptualize your strategy here in Cebu
Yes.
for a market abroad.
Yeah, our market is really abroad, 80 to 90%. We don't have markets here. That's the reason you can sell them, see me advertising here in the Philippines. Most of the people don't know Filipinohomes here, but if you go abroad, we're very popular there.
But these are Filipinos abroad, Cebuanos abroad,
Filipinos,
for
yeah.
example.
Yeah, Cebuanos.
Why do you think a majority of
No,
your
not only
market
Cebuanos, because
Filipinos?
yeah.
Why do you think the big chunk of your business is from that segment of the market and not from elsewhere?
Because OFW is the one who can invest in the Philippines.
I know that it's been the OFWs who've been investing in the Philippines in real estate for the past few years, but there's an emerging market that I'm hearing from the grapevine that a lot of Chinese individuals
Yeah.
are
That's
also.
our next problem. Those are our challenges
Okay.
now.
What do you
That's
mean?
the
Next
reason I've
problem
been-
for Filipino Homes as a company or
Filipino
Philip-
has competition.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of Chinese company already setting up real estate companies here, and it's illegal to set up a company owned by a Chinese. So Chinese now come here, Koreans come here, Japanese come here. They are selling real estate also, and that's one thing that I've been preparing my team that this will be one of our competitors.
They're setting up real estate companies,
Companies.
Or properties or
Real estate
building
companies.
properties.
No, there's two ways. Some are buyers and some are selling properties for their Chinese, because Chinese is the only one who can sell for China because of the language gap, right? And that's the difference. Okay? A Filipino cannot sell a Chinese. There must be a Chinese agent middle in your conversation.
So how do you think you can solve that?
I've been talking to
Problem.
some realty now to really think about that. That's the biggest challenges today. The Chinese agents are coming to the Philippines. Next year, just you go to Manila. You go to Manila, so many foreigners selling real estate. The ratio now,
You like-
colorum, unlicensed agents. maybe the ratio now is 1 is to 50 to 1 is to 60. So many. Just today, somebody go to my office. Mr. Leuterio, I'm selling this property, and I've been asking him, "Do you have a broker? Are you licensed?" No, I'm not. And so many. And that's the reason in our company, every week, every month, we have CPD training. I partner with Rebap. Rebap. You know Rebap? Real Estate Brokers Association of the Philippines.
Okay.
I partner with them to give CPD so all of the agents can be licensed.
Okay.
So all of these agents can be licensed. So last week we licensed 600 salesperson. But the sad fact is, so 600 agents, only 60 can sell properties. That's the reason I've been telling to the agents, when you join a real estate company, make sure that you have to be very, very serious with this. Because if you're not serious, you will be wasting money. Imagine, how many licenses do you have to take? You have to go to HLURB. You have to go to PRC. You have to pay. You have to get your ID picture. You have to attend CPD. Minimum, you have to spend about 7,000 to 9,000.
Okay.
An agent. And without sale. So how do you survive? So there will be so much mortality in real estate agency because they don't know how to sell. They cannot recover their money. And it is a sad fact because, and that's where I came in. Filipinohomes. You're an agent. You lose hope. Then I'll give you Filipinohomes brand. And that's where everything creates miracle. Chaton, why is it that when I use your brand, people now inquiring me to buy properties? That's the difference.
Ton, there's a real estate boom here in the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
And there's so many homeowners now, so many vertical developments, so many horizontal developments. And one of the results of this is traffic, environmental degradation. There's a downside to this progress. In fact, I was talking to a friend of mine a few weeks ago about this. I told him that we have become victims of our own success. We can barely drive from point A to point B without being stuck in traffic for an hour or two. Where do you think this is going, Ton? Have we become victims of our own success? Have our desires to own stuff, to own homes, to own cars, have become detrimental to the not just to the progress of our country, but to the environment of not just the Philippines, but all over the world? What are your thoughts on that, Ton?
The answer is capitalism. Okay, so if there is opportunity, businessman will
Take advantage.
take advantage. You cannot stop that. Who can stop that? So people always ask me, Ton, what happened now? Traffic is caused by condo. It's not. The problem today is urban planning. Supposed to be the government 20 years ago planned properly. It's not the problem of the developers. The problem now is they think that condo is the worst project. It's not. It is the best urban project, going up, not going down. Because if we use the land, imagine if you have a house, 500 square meter, you're one family. If 500 square meter, I put up a building, I can have one family in that 500 square meter, 80 families. So the land will not be useless, but we can have the way of living easier because I can put up a condo near the mall, near the hospital without using a car. And today, you look at the story, the government responded so late because of the corruption. So you cannot blame anybody. We just have to face the fact that we have to move forward. So how do we solve this? Of these challenges. Number one, talk to government. We have to echo mayor, congressman, president, more mass transport. The problem in Cebu, mass transport. And that's the reason I'm so happy. The monorail, the BRT is coming into place. But supposed to be, it's about 4 or 5 years ago because of politicians. Now, will you blame that to the developers? Never. Will you blame that to yourself? So it is not a victim of success. It's a victim of the government official never acted that way back 10 years ago. And when I talk to Palapox, I talk to Daryl Garcia,
Urban planner,
urban
right?
planner, yeah, two urban planner. I talk to them. What's really the problem? Why it's happening now? Chaton, it's the government. They don't act right away.
So, we can't do anything about what happened in the past, right? Looking forward, Ton, is this something that is solvable within our lifetime?
Yes. Looking forward with the government's project now, creating the superhighway, creating the third bridge with the fourth bridge, it will solve maybe 50-60% of traffic. And I'm so positive of that because I saw the layout and it will solve the traffic.
Those things that you mentioned, Ton, are solutions to the traffic situation, the congestion problem
Yeah.
here in the city of Cebu and maybe perhaps all over the country, right? But that doesn't solve the environmental problem.
What
wh- wh-
problems in terms of
environmental
Yeah,
problems.
Like environmental problems.
One
Give
of the
me
one of the
problem.
one of the buzzwords now is lessening our carbon footprints, right? Lessening our addiction to fossil fuel, like electricity and having a smaller carbon footprints as individuals, consumption of less plastic or if no plastic at all, and all that stuff. Where do you see this going, Ton? Because from what I understand, from what I've been reading, people are beginning, at least in some parts of the world, building tiny homes, smaller homes, right? And they have, some of them are living green lives, green homes. They use solar panels, they use water catchment systems, they use compost to transform human feces into fertilizer and all that stuff. Where do you think this is going, Ton, in terms of trying to not just decongest the city, but also trying to live a greener life?
No. Okay, this is what happened. If you look at the whole story, until today, US is still solving that one.
Of course, yeah.
And remember, we are 50 years behind. But the nice thing, the government now is so positive on changing everything. First, I always tell this to Filipino. How do we change this? Number one, our character, our attitude. Because we always throw garbage anywhere. That's the problem. So what clogs everything is the garbage. The plastic. Why not use? But sometimes business convenience. They cannot live without a plastic. Still, if you go abroad, they use plastic. So how do you solve this? Education. Campaign. Don't use plastic. Don't use straw. So like me, I don't usually use straw now. Okay. So I just grab a and then I'll use a direct to drink directly to your mouth instead of using to the straw. Because we have a study. You already saw that 80% of the garbage now are mostly straws, right? So it's better to have education. Okay, like condominium. Okay, people ask, is it good to buy a condo? Yes, the best way to buy a property is a condo. Because you can live all because of convenience, the 24 hours, because you cannot use a car. I always advise the developers, when you build a property, it must be everything in there, near the mall, near the hospital. So everybody will just walk. And it will help the environment.
Do you think one of the solutions could be that we ask or encourage real estate developers to do their developments, let's say in the south or in the north, like
Yeah.
in the provincial areas,
Yes.
so to speak, because they don't want to be
We're
called
going out.
provinces.
Yeah, we're
going
going
out.
out.
Is that an option? I mean, is that something that's happening in the future?
Yes,
You
we are
think so?
declogging the city. We're going out. We're going to south. We're going to north. And the nice thing now, almost all developers are listening at whatever places that needs more. And still, it will balls up on marketing. So, okay, Ton, we'll put our money there. Will my property be sold? Is there a market there? That's still the issue. Because if you look at developers who wants to make money, they will not build a condo just for nothing. So, but because of my advice, because they believe Filipino homes, today, most developers, they'll talk to me. Just next week, there'll be one plane, a Learjet, landing in Cebu next week. These are big developer. They own my bus. They own electrical cities. They build electricity. They're the one who provides water in Olango. These are big money people, and they land Cebu next week to meet me. One big conference room. Then they will ask me, Mr. Leuterio, what is the best place to build? So I'm their consultant.
Okay.
So me, I want to be part of environment. I will be helping them to build good properties that will be helpful for the environment.
One of the things that people are talking about now is the cutting of the trees, right? Everybody's talking about how the Karkar trees, that picturesque, beautiful road in
Yeah,
Karkar.
but they never cut it.
I know. So those are the things that we should think about when we build stuff to plant trees as well. How are we doing in that department, Ton? Are the real estate developers also not just building but also planting? Is there like a ratio to a green and then to concrete?
Replanting.
No.
Yeah.
In the development itself, is there like a place where people can have like a
Green living?
green living, or maybe like a little park or something?
Yes, they're doing that now.
Okay.
So if you look at most of the projects, if 2 hectares, 60% are open space.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're doing it now.
When you say open space, does that
open
mean
space, there's a jogging path, so they can have
trees
their
as well,
jogging.
plants, right?
Plants. Yes, they have parks. They call it parks. Okay, so there will be trees, parks, and open space where they can have their jogging there instead going out to a park. So everything now is in one place. Okay, so that's a nice thing with the developers. They're looking at in a positive way.
Just a few days ago, Ton, Singapore overtook the United States as the best city in the world to do
Yes.
business in. And for a long, long time, for 20, 30 years, Cebu has always looked up to Singapore. I mean, like, Singapore is a city that we want to be, at least from as far as I can remember. Is Singapore still the sort of like the peg for Cebu City? Let's talk about Cebu City for a while, Ton. Or is there another way for Cebu City to develop that could probably be even better than the United States or Singapore or the Philippines,
on
for
the
that
government. It depends on the government.
matter? But based on your humble estimation,
If actually we have a very big potential. Philippines, huge potential. Especially Cebu, we're looking at Mactan Island, huge potential to become the next Singapore. But it still boils down with the politicians. Because if they don't talk to each other, just like what happened last election. Now, who's the mayor in Cebu? But why they stop all the developments? Supposed to be the developments are good for the people because there's so many investors, give good taxes, and taxes will build roads. But there's no investors. All investors get their money back
why is that?
because of the mayor. Because
Okay.
of mayors in some cities that they don't want developments. Maybe most of the developers, they don't want to invest in that city because they will be they'll be getting some money.
So, in other words, our politics is very unstable.
Yes.
For some
As of
of the
now.
businessmen sensibilities, right? And they'd
Yes.
rather not risk it all with the instability. How can we solve that? I mean, how can we stop voting for politicians that just cause instability to our economy? And why do we continue to elect people
Yes,
like these?
yes.
Why is that? Why do you think? What's our problem?
Because we can be bought. Okay, if you look
We
at
can be bought.
yes,
Okay.
if you go to cities that are uneducated cities, then they're the one who's controlling everything. So, but in Cebu, everybody are smart now. You look at the election. Labella, Osmeña. People think it's Osmeña, right? And now what happened? So they know, why not try? Why not try just once Labella? Why not try once Duterte? Because all the clans, because we are actually in a dynasty situation. You're this family name, then you can be the winner. But now, majority of biggest urban cities are already smart, electing people to make a big change in that city. But still, developers are so cautious in putting up money because what if the next mayor will not allow to make his project prosper? You cannot answer that.
There's got to be a way to legislate continuity in the private sector, right? Whatever
But that's the
government,
problem.
whatever the mayor thinks about in the next term, whether or not the sitting mayor will continue in the next term,
Correct.
there should be a legislation to make
Yeah,
sure that continuity
continuous, yes.
happens with the private sector, right? Because
But it will never
you
happen.
can't live in constant fear, right? As an investor.
Every politician have personal interest.
Of course, everybody has personal interests, not just politicians.
But majority are politicians.
Okay.
Whoever they love, whoever they, they can milk cows,
Okay.
and they favor that one. That's so unfair. So for me, all politicians have to be open-minded, and they just have to really be friend. Everybody, I mean, they have to, they have to really unite. The best term is, why not unite?
Looks like a hopeless case, right? Sometimes, you lose hope, but you're right.
No,
I
we
mean,
don't
like,
have to lose hope.
yeah, I know, that's why. But what I'm trying to say is sometimes it's just sort of like a roller coaster ride, right?
Yeah.
It depends on who's sitting there as president, as mayor, as
Yes,
senator, and then
yes.
let's see what happens next time. Sometimes you hear this a lot. Karon kamo pa, sunod kami na pod. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's actually a very Filipino mentality, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we be in this together forever? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Why can't we move forward together as a team?
This is what happened. If you see a very successful model, why not support it?
Exactly.
Like Filipinohomes, we have a very successful model. People makes money already.
Okay.
We lift up the lives of these people. And why not like that? They just have to understand the system.
Exactly. Ton, again, go back to the time when you were setting up Filipino Homes. You mentioned that not in your wildest dreams did you imagine that Filipino Homes would become this behemoth of a real estate marketing company with 17,000 strong real estate marketeers or agents all over the Philippines and all over the world, right? What's next for Filipino Homes?
No, we just continue with our vision. Our vision and mission to help Filipinos lift up their lives and give the best value product to our investor. We just have to make it simple. People ask me, Ton, what's our job? Your job is to know everything, how to get the best value for yourself, to give the best service to your client. And that's it. And when God help you, when this is really for you, then you start making money, don't change. You just have to be the same person.
They say
Because-
sometimes the problem with progress is it's not inclusive. You progress, you succeed with your 17,000 real estate agents,
Yeah.
and but still you leave a few thousand behind, right? How do you think will Filipino Homes? First of all, I think that I should rephrase the question. Will Filipino Homes be part of an inclusive kind of progress?
Progress, yeah. Yes, definitely. Just like now, I mean, how many people have live up their lives, feed their family, go abroad? Okay, because one reason why people work, because they want to go to abroad. Okay, one of their dreams. Because if you enjoy your life, and if you work and you didn't enjoy your life, then that's not life, right? So you have to enjoy it. So here, the moment you make money, we let them enjoy their benefits.
Ton, one of the characteristics of a successful real estate agent or marketeer is that nasa lang yung connection ba?
Yeah.
Diba? And then most of these people that are good real estate agents or marketeers are people who go around in the in the circles nga murag medyo mga dato, mga middle class nga na afford. So
They have connections.
So na mga connection. So ikaw, if you're just like a poor person who
Yeah, you
goes
don't have
around
connection.
with the same people nga mga medyo pareha pod nimo nga dili pod
Way mga kwarta.
wa sa mga kwarta, so murag I feel nga this kind of progress will not be inclusive because katong mga amigo, mga kaning mga pobre sa pareha niya, dili gyud siya malambo kay
Yeah.
he has to make connections with people who can afford homes, and if his friends are incapable of investing in homes, then murag medyo wag to siya pag-asa. What do you think? And will
No, this is what happened. When an agent come to Filipino Homes, we change their mindset. first we have to change their mindset. Because they always think, siya, boss, ako ang friends, mga may kwarta. So we change that mindset. Okay? Number two, we give
How do
them
you change that mindset? First
training. We tell them, stay away from negative people. Don't listen to news. Because you get affected. So, there will be so many petitions for this one, no growth in this city. So then they will always think na, Ton, there's no progress anymore. How will I be sure that there's still more development when people are was this so negative on progress? So I tell them, don't listen to that. We can move to another place where there's so many progress here. Like Davao. It is open for progress. Cagayan de Oro, open for progress. But Cebu, there's so huge potential in
So how do
Cebu.
you make connections
No,
that you never had?
Next is mindset.
Okay.
Number two is we teach them how to get the market, how to approach the market. So, like online. So, you talk to your relatives. Now, every Filipino have relatives, right? So, all you have to do is just connect to their relatives. First, call your KKK, kaibigan, kapitbahay, like that. So, we have trainings. So, when they understand, okay, this is how we start. Okay? So, they will start with their warm market, your friends, relatives. So, they will call. So, this is usually what we do. In the first week, we are telling them, call your relatives abroad. And you tell them that you are now with real estate, with Filipinohomes. Then they will say, you're now with Filipinohomes. I know that company. Then they will start actually believing. They will start trusting you. Then next is, when these people have money, then at least they will know whom the person they can contact when they have this money to invest. So it's about time. I'll give you an example. I have an agent, maybe last year, and I was so shocked. She sold 20 million just last 2 months ago.
20 million
in 1 month.
In commission or 20 million,
20 million
property?
condo.
Okay.
Then I asked him, you've been lost for 1 year. How did it happen? Sir Ton, the reason I didn't have sale because I stopped posting in my Facebook. And I stopped sharing to my friends. And the time I saw one project that is very good, I posted this and instantly I got this inquiries. So meaning, we saw that the problem with agents, because they are not doing their job. They stop posting. They stop connecting. So that's where your business stops. But it must be continuous posting, continuous connection, and never ending of networking. Like
Never ending
of
networking. Okay.
So you have to network. Join a club. Go to the church. Go abroad. Or go to your organization. Your high school, like me. When I started the business, I connected with my classmates. And I informed them, I'm with real estate. I just shouted it to my chat room. To our group chat. Just to inform you, I'm now with real estate. I'm still connected with DXN, but I'm doing part-time. And that's where because they trusted me before, so now they trusted me with this real estate.
New venture, yeah.
New venture.
So to speak back
So
then.
it's just about trust. Okay? So some people have the hard time to become successful in real estate because they have already shoddy background. They join a scam. And that's the reason most of the investors, they think, it's another scam. And what if I'll send money to this person? Will I trust this? That's the reason we're so choosy. We choose agents that have a very, very good background. And if you don't have that good background, then we will change you.
Ton, one of the things that the successful people realize is that there's going to be a lot of haters. There's going to be a lot of naysayers. There's going to be a lot of critics, right?
Yeah.
And along the way in your success, people are going to try to pull you down
Yeah.
and besmirch your name. How are you able to sustain the trust? Because I know from ground zero to 2019, I'm sure there were a lot of people who were trying to perhaps bring you down,
Yeah.
Muddy your name, and maybe perhaps make sure that people lose trust in your name, in your company, perhaps. How were you able to move forward without being weighed down by your critics?
Okay, this is my
What's your
principle.
secret? Okay.
Okay. If you didn't do bad things, then why are you afraid? If you didn't do bad things, if you give what is due to the agent, then why will they listen? So, what if they'll just throw dirt? Oh, Mr. Leuterio will not give commission. Then what if you give the right commission? Why are you afraid?
But sometimes, Ton, the problem is sometimes perception is the truth. Sometimes if a lie, excuse me, I'm using a quote.
Yeah, it's okay.
A lie spoken often enough becomes the
true.
truth.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's a perception war. My question to you, I'll get back to the question. How are you able to maintain all the trust? Because you cannot be a successful company as you are now without sustained trust for a long period of time, right?
Yeah.
How are you able to sort of be bulletproof when it comes to trust? Because I know there have been a lot of people who try to throw dirt at you personally and at the company as well.
Yeah.
So how are you able to
Number one,
sustain that trust?
If you didn't create mistake,
Okay.
and if you are doing the honest thing that you had to do, then why do you have afraid? Why are you afraid? I'm
Okay.
not afraid.
Okay.
Number two, you must have your mastermind team. My
Your
frontline.
Mastermind team. Okay. Tell
My-
us about your mastermind team.
Yeah, my mastermind team, I have frontliners, 50 best leaders. Everybody knows what I do. Everybody experience what they want to experience.
Okay.
They make money, their lives has been changed. Then why do they believe? So it's about story. And all you have to do is just relay the story. Don't listen to that. You just have to join, experience it to yourself. Just like 2 days ago, there's an agent. So many brokers are so envious of our success. That's part of Filipino.
That's part of success, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, if
part
you're
of success.
successful,
But,
there's
not
going to be-
really not really a success, but there's Filipinos they have this crab mentality.
Is that still prevalent
Yeah.
now? I mean, I thought that was
Yes.
like from a
But-
bygone era. So do we still
but-
have crab mentality in 2019?
Yes, but it's part
Seriously?
of success, right?
Yeah,
You've been
absolutely,
saying.
yeah.
So all you have to do is just move forward. Move forward. And just dust your pants, because that's how to become successful. You have so many critics to become the best. But you cannot do anything about it. There's no such thing as perfect company. There's no such thing as perfect boss. You just have to be perfect. Me, I want to be very, very perfect. My agents knows that. And I'm so strict in people who are unethical, people who steal clients, and we terminate them. We are the only realty who terminate agents who do one bad thing. There's no sorry in our company.
Or warning? No warning.
No, there's due process. But what I mean, if it is proven that you steal that client from other realty, then you're done. And we don't offer commission to our buyers. A lot of realty out there now, they're giving free commissions. Imagine, it's so unethical.
What's unethical, Ton?
Giving commission, giving free aircon, free
Giving
TV.
commission to whom?
Commission to the buyer, just to get that buyer.
Okay.
Buyer inquire to you, and they'll tell, don't buy to that realty. They don't give your
Aircon.
commission. They
Right.
don't give aircon.
Okay.
Diba? So, but you cannot do that.
Is that part of the real estate bylaws? You're not supposed to do that?
No, you can never give commission. That's illegal. Okay.
But the real estate companies...
Actually, you look at me. I'm a broker. What will I earn? Professional fee, PF. If you're a doctor, what will you receive?
Professional fee.
Okay. Now, if I go to you and I know that I'll pay you 1,000 to inspect you diagnose me, will I say, Doc, you earn 1,000, can I get 500 pesos? Is that ethical? Is that unethical? Yes. You cannot get
A commission.
commission from that doctor, the same as an agent. The problem with the agents in the Philippines, they give out their commission. That is not good. You are cutting the principle of equality. Di ba?
I'm sure there's a lot of things that you squabble about among real estate agents.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's also a lot of things that you all agree about as well, right? I mean, you can
No,
still...
there is a bylaws.
Okay.
There is an ethics law. Okay. The most important is ethics. The best way to get that buyer, that you never steal that from other agent. So in our company, if you steal a buyer from other agency, you're terminated. But other realty, they actually, it's okay for them. They tolerated that practice.
We have a lot of listeners out there, viewers out there right now, Ton, who would like to become salespeople, not just real
Yeah.
estate sales agents, but people. I know you've been selling stickers, T-shirts for Kulas, and you've been doing direct selling marketing for I don't know 10 or more years, and now you're into real estate. What is the overarching theme of your career, of your path? I think it's about selling, right? And you've been very effective each time you sold something, from stickers to homes. So you mentioned earlier in this interview that the methodology of selling is all the same. It's just a change of product. What do you tell our viewers out there, Ton, who would like to become effective salespeople? What is your best advice for all of those watching us, right, who would like to become that? Go ahead, Ton.
Yeah. Okay. Number one, you just have to be smart. Smart on to choose what is the in thing today. Because the problem with people when they join a business, now what if that business is already a fad? So what is in today that will fit yourself? Number two, time.
When you say fit yourself, what do you mean?
Some people want selling and they want online. So when you check this company, I want to join Filipinohomes. Is this an online company? Because there's two types of real estate company. Traditional and online.
Okay.
The digital way. So we are the digital way. We are the
So
new
find a business that fits your personality.
fits what you want.
Are you referring to the word passion?
No, passion is later.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. go-
Because you will develop passion when you make money.
Okay.
Okay.
You will develop passion,
Passion
when
when
you
you
make
makes
money.
money.
Because some people think that you have to start with
Like
passion.
me, I don't love real estate. I
Okay.
hate this career.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
I promised to myself before, I will never join real estate because it's a bad name. Ahente lang di ka.
Okay. So-
When people ask siya, "Oh, boy, what's your business?" Siya, ahente lang ko. Di ba? They even agents look down on themselves. But if the agent makes money, then they develop passion.
So passion is next, not necessarily the starting ground of things.
Yes.
Okay, please.
First is you have to look what fits to you.
Okay,
So
fits you.
check. Okay. What type of business is this? Real estate. I'm not into real estate. Okay. People always say I'm not into real
Like
estate.
you.
Yes. But you have to understand how we do it. Then they attend so many meetings. Okay, I like this.
Find something that fits you. What else?
Yeah.
Become a real, not just a real estate, but an effective salesperson.
Yeah. The next master
The industry.
the system, the system of that company. No, not the industry, because the industry, if you look at in general, there's so many different practices, right?
Okay.
Practice our system. So what is the system of Filipinohomes? Attend the 4 seminars, and you will understand there.
So master the system of the company or the thing that you're selling.
Yeah. So if you are in other business, so master.
Okay.
That. So if
Mastery.
you're into insurance, you master that.
Okay,
If
next
you're
is?
into vitamins, master that one. Then next, create a market. Create a market. Create your market. There's so many markets.
Isn't it harder to create a market versus serving a market that already needs you?
No, it depends because, like you, if I'll let you sell a vitamins and the vitamin is 10,000 per bottle, and your market is 2,000, will you sell the vitamins? Definitely no. So you start creating your market.
How do you create a market?
Study online marketing. Where to get this millennial? Where's the most buyers buy properties? Like us, we give statistics to all our agents. Where's the next market? Like people ask it on, I ran out of buyers already in Cebu. Then we teach them, okay, start talking to Dubai, start talking to Singapore, start talking to US, and connect with your relatives. There's a big market there. Then, when they get 2 markets, 2 sales, then I told them, double your job, double your effort, then create 4. The problem with people, when they have a sale, then they quit. They stop. Okay. But you have, so if you found in every 10 negatives, 1 success, so meaning 1:10, that's your ratio. In order to double your sales to 2, how much? How many people you will talk? You have to talk to 20 because that's your ratio. But it doesn't mean that your ratio will be 1:10 forever. As you grow with that company, the ratio improves. In the future, 10:5, 10:6. And number one is find that fits you, study, then create a market, then you develop your passion. Then it will be routine to you. And it will never be job. It's not work for you. It's so easy because you understand the system that you join.
See, the thing with the word passion, it means do something that you love to do. And you're trying to say that the opposite is true. Find something that fits you. You're not necessarily passionate about it. It just fits you as a person, and then master the system, and then develop or build a market, and then you'll find your passion. Because that's your root, right? Because like you said in the beginning, you did not like to sell real estate.
People who join real estate never thought that there will be millionaires in real estate. Most of them. They just become passionate about it because they're making millions. And if you're making millions, very easy. I mean, did you see what I mean?
I know what you're trying to say.
Because some people, they're so passionate in cooking. And you know, some people, I always ask, do you have dreams? Because when people come here, I always interview them. Okay, why are you here?
Here on this planet, or
why are you here in my company?
Okay.
Jaton, I have a problem. My family don't have money, and my kids is going to college. Then I understand what's her problem. I'll give him a solution. How much money do you want? Then I'll give them the strategy in the next 6 months how to get that income.
Let's say, for example, he needs 200,000 pesos per month in the next 6 months. So you'll give them sort of like a battle plan, a strategy on how to accomplish that.
Correct.
That's what you do.
Yes.
At Filipinohomes.
At Filipinohomes.
Wow. Ton, there was a real estate bubble in the United States a few years ago, and the real estate industry collapsed. Do you think that'll ever happen here in the Philippines? And number two, where are we in the? These are two questions. Where are we in the curve when it comes to the real estate industry? Are we still going up? Or are we plateauing, or is it on its way down? Where are we now in the curve?
We're on the momentum side. So
we're
if you
still on
look
the way
at the
up.
clock, depends on the city. It depends on the city.
Cebu City, for example.
If the 12 midnight is the end, we are now at 6 p.m.
So we're in the middle.
Yeah.
So we're at the peak.
No, we're in the middle.
We're plateauing?
No, not yet. The plateau is about 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Okay.
So we're 6 a.m. 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
How
so
about
it depends on
the city?
area. So if you talk about Bohol, they're now, if 6 a.m. is the start, they're now at 7 a.m.
So they're still beginning.
Oh my God. So many potential. Maybe it will take another 10 to 15 years there. So now, your question is this. Will the bubble happens in the Philippines? My answer is no. Why is it there's a bubble in America? Simple. They sell to the property to the people in America. Ours is the other way around. We're selling to the OFW who have income different from the Philippines. But in America, people who buy is just the same people who buy the house last year. Same people. Number two is the loan. They give so much low interest. Ours is in the mid. We're giving 5-6. That's the most critical.
5-6%, right? Not 5-6.
5 to 6%.
Yeah, okay.
In America, it's 2. So it will collapse because if people have small monthly, but they don't have an income because they're already the buyer last year, 2 years ago.
Okay.
They just want to buy because they thought that there will be a boom. But it was wrong. Nobody can pay off their bills because nobody is renting their property. Number 3 problem, okay, in America. Foreigners can buy properties. In Australia, foreigners can buy properties.
Can buy properties.
Yes, can buy. Loan. They allow loan. That's where it collapsed. In the Philippines, it's so hard to loan. Foreigners, if you're a foreigner,
You have to marry a
cannot
Filipino
loan.
or a Filipina, right?
Correct. That's a shortcut. But it's so hard to get a loan. So bank system in the Philippines is the safety net of of the collapse of market. But the nice thing I've been telling them is the OFW remittance. You look at this one. How much is the OFW remittance? I'm expecting 1.4 trillion pesos a year. 60% is for real estate buying. So imagine we are now sitting all over the country about 700 billion industry. So why are we squabbling now? Why are you destroying other realty where the market is so huge? You have to focus on selling, create your own market instead looking at Filipino homes.
So you're saying that there's always opportunity for everyone.
Correct. And that's
There's enough for
reason
everyone.
Smart brokers now, they join Filipino Homes because we have 47 offices and all secretaries are intact. Our system is there. Why will you invent a successful system?
Ton, give us your best case scenario for the real estate industry in the Philippines and the worst case scenario. What possibly could be the worst thing that could happen to the real estate industry in the Philippines looking forward, and the best thing? Give us your...
No, actually, if you look at my ratio,
Okay.
80% best,
Okay.
20%.
So give us a...
80% because of the build.
Okay.
Okay, the build. have
So what's the
biggest
best thing that could
impact.
happen to the real estate industry in the Philippines?
Because everything have roads. More roads, more cars, accessibility, mass transport is building Duterte's government. If that will be finished in the next 4 to 5 years, the country will really be the number one in Asia.
Worst case.
Worst case, if the president will not be followed by their path. So if the president die,
Okay.
what happened?
Or if he doesn't, the next president will not continue whatever
Yes, because we
direction we're
are
going.
in actually we are a geopolitical scenario. So we change our policy difference in the government. That's a problem in the country. So there's no one system that everybody have to follow. Geopolitical. So that's a problem in the country. So we don't know, okay, if the president die next month. Okay. That's the reason I told them be hurry. In order to hurry making money, if you're an agent, just join Filipino Homes. It's easier. Then
Okay.
you set up, you have to know the nuts and bolts, and it will take you 6 years to understand how to market. Ours is a built-in. I give them. The incentive of the developers, the commission, we're giving to them. So we are giving an opportunity, very easy for them to follow. But you have to follow my system. Don't lie.
You're constantly learning. You're constantly educating yourself. You just got a degree from MIT, from
Yeah.
Oxford, all their online programs. Doesn't look like Tonton is going to stop anytime soon. How do you understand the word retirement, Ton? And will you ever retire? And do you have like a projected age in which you're gonna just sit down and have your cup of coffee and read your newspaper?
Yeah, the problem with retirement, it depends on the person.
Okay.
Okay, because if you're a workaholic and you don't do anything, you'll die.
Okay.
So if you love what you're doing, and if you have that passion, whatever passion you have, whatever goal do you have, you just go with that one. Don't stop. Okay? Because people ask me, Chaton, when are you going to retire? Actually, honestly, I'm retired already. I retired 20 years ago.
Okay.
This is just my passion. I love doing this because my goal is to give the best brand for Filipinos, Filipino Homes. Number 2, what if there's no Filipino Homes? What will happen to the agents? That's the question.
So you feel responsible for them.
Correct. So you have to be part because God help you to become that person. God give you that brain. God give you that money to build another business to help more Filipinos. So you just go with the flow. And people say, oh really, you're retired? Yeah, what's a retired person do? Travel abroad, time with the family, have business, makes money.
That's all you're doing now.
Yeah. Then be responsible. All you have to do is just be responsible, share success stories to everybody so you can be the inspiration of everybody.
You've already succeeded in selling stickers. You've already succeeded in selling directly to consumers. You've already succeeded in real estate. What's the next thing for Tonton after real estate? Do you see where you're going here,
So
Ton?
we will be building so many products
Okay.
to make it easier. It might not be real estate, but we'll be building ancillary product that supports the real estate. Actually, we're building now the property management. We're building the concept to make all transaction very fast. Because the transaction in the Philippines is so tedious. Documents, everything. What if in the next 2 to 3 years? What if we'll just click in the website? Click in
So
the
you're
app.
you're suggesting that it's still difficult to do business in the Philippines.
Correct.
It still has a lot of red tape to get a permit and stuff like that. Yeah.
Now, red tapes have been less 30-40%.
Okay, but still there.
Still there, but in the future, everything will be digital. So I've seen that businesses have to really be evolving. So my advice, especially to those businessmen, if not just real estate, is you have to adapt what is now the real change. Okay, and there will be so many disruptions.
Is it safe to say that Filipino homes is here because of the internet, because of the digital age?
Correct.
Without it, you would not have grown this big.
Yes.
Is that a safe assumption,
Yes.
Ton?
Social media is the biggest part of my success. If there's no social media, I will not join real estate. Because before, when I joined real estate, there's no Facebook. I do man-to-man. I go to the elevator, hand out flyers. Because I was the one who started selling condo in Cebu
Okay.
with Crown Regency. And it was really hard to sell. You know, you have to be...
Elevator pitch.
Yeah, elevator pitch, bagakagnaong. You have to, you know, create some speech. But I don't like create spelling.
I have
mean,
spoken
you
to many
create-
of the people that know you, Ton. I asked them about, what do you think of Ton? Like, and one thing is common to all of those that I've spoken to about you and ask about you is that you have this charisma. You have like this, you exude like some sort of a charisma that's very approachable and very relaxed. They don't really feel like they're talking to somebody who's important, because you, whether you like it or not, you're very important part of the business, and you've not just in your business but in the real estate industry. What do you think is Tonton's secret to success personally? Like how did you become a great salesman that you are now?
Because we are just natural. You know, if you don't, all you have to do is be natural of who you are, and people believe you. People see me, people see the company, that this person are really real,
Genuine.
genuine. We don't fake. We don't fake our sales. We don't fake our speech, and we just tell the truth. The truth. If you are with the truth, sales comes in. The problem with selling, if you're telling lies, it will catch on you. That's true. First, you can lie with somebody, but you cannot lie forever. And you cannot really do this forever. And just, we have so many agents. I terminated so many agents. They lie, they scam, they get the money of the buyer. Where are they now? They're now in Canada. Some people, they change realty to realty, and they lose brand. So when you lose brand, that's it. Real estate, all you have to do, protect your name. Wherever you go, protect your name. There's so many temptations. Honest, so many temptations. But you have to protect your name. When you're there, people love you. When you're there, you stick to that one. And master your craft. Master everything, what the system brought to you. That's my advice.
You have a, one of the things that's making me so proud of what you've accomplished is Filipino Homes is really a Cebuano brand, right? Not to be regionalistic about it, but I guess I am. We're so proud of the fact that it is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, real estate marketing companies in the Philippines, and it's made in Cebu. You have a big national convention that's happening this October 27, 28, and 29,
Yeah.
or something like that, at the Waterfront Log. Tell everybody about it and what it means to the viewers out there who would probably not be able to join it, but what it means to them as Cebuanos, perhaps.
Okay, if you look at today, okay, so today you can see in Mactan, Mandaue, and in Cebu, so many materials that's been posted, the campaign. This convention is a celebration to our hardworking agents. So every year, every October, we award them top agents, and we awards top developers, and we give training. So first day, it's a welcome party
Okay.
and a training. And at the end, we'll have a disco.
A disco.
Yeah,
Nobody
disco.
calls it disco anymore,
Yeah.
Ton.
So how do they call it?
I
now?
don't know, man.
Oh,
Party, I
party,
guess.
Yeah, we'll have a party, big party, and the next day, I want to experience. Let all agents experience the biggest tourism. Was this area in Cebu? Biggest was this attraction, which is the safari. We'll go to safari.
Okay.
So thousands of us will be there for the whole day. And the third day will be the grandest event. It is the Oscars Award of Real Estate. Everybody will be in gown. In fact, today, for the last 3 months, everybody are slimming themselves. They're exercising, going to gym to make their 2 inches goal for the NatCon. Okay, so the guys are
They're all gonna
also-
dress up in sexy outfits. Yeah.
They all the best. Was this designer, gown designer, are there? Yeah. So it's a national event, the biggest one, the first ever that we do this. Okay. And what is really unique? This is the first time we do it in Cebu. Every year we do it outside Cebu, Bohol, Palawan, Cagayan.
Okay.
But since an 8-year anniversary for the convention, we do it in Cebu because my lucky number is 8.
Okay.
So if you look at my number, everything is round out with 8. Plate number 8, telephone number 8, landline 8, everything is 8. So my 8th anniversary will be in Cebu. And I'm very proud because it's a Cebuano company and this will be the best convention for them. And I'm giving this one to all of them for working hard for Filipinohomes. And we'll raffle cars and we'll raffle my house.
Your house.
My house. I'll raffle one of my house.
What do you mean, like
I'll
your
give-
the house that you own?
No. I bought so many houses.
Okay.
One of the house that has been given to me,
Okay.
I'll raffle it
Oh, okay, all right.
to my agent.
I thought you were going to sell your
Yeah,
house.
We'll raffle so many things just to celebrate.
Wow.
Have party.
Ton, I know that you have places to go and
Yeah.
places to visit, people to meet, and all that stuff. As a matter of wrapping this up, I want to
Yeah.
wrap this up already because you're a very busy guy, and I think we've already elapsed the amount of time that we're supposed to talk to each other. But thank you for
Yeah,
staying
you're
here. Tell us about the person that influenced you the most, maybe in a quote, a line or two, that has contributed greatly to your mindset of success. Maybe you can tell us who you look up to. Just pick one, and maybe like a quote, a mantra, a slogan that you always keep on repeating in your head when things get rough, and when things are difficult and all that stuff. Go ahead, tell us.
People always ask, who is my inspiration?
Yeah.
My number one inspiration is my family. Okay, my wife, my kids. Because, while I'm still here, while my family is still there, intact, we have to enjoy. That's the reason almost every other month we're traveling abroad, bonding. Okay. And next is, my inspiration is a Filipino. My biggest inspiration the next is Filipino. I don't want to live in this world without helping thousands of people become rich.
Wow.
Because every year we've been helping thousands of people become millionaire. So my advice also to other businessmen, you just have to give whatever you receive. Yeah, that's the problem in our society. Most of the owners in the company, when they go abroad, they're only the one who's going there with their family. Me, when I go abroad, I bring my team. Just last week, I bring 101 agents in Singapore. As a businessman, we have responsibility. So, in my little way, at least I have made people happy. I have helped my family happy. And by that one, like next month, I'm so excited next month. We will be breaking the biggest record in history in bringing Filipino abroad in the National Association of Realtors. The National Association of Realtors is a gathering of all practitioners, 25,000 in 200 countries. And the biggest delegation from Filipinohomes.
Wow, where and when is this?
It will be on November 6 to 10 in San Francisco, Moscone.
Wow,
And I'm bringing 100 Filipinos.
wow.
First time, a Filipino company brought in to America. So today, we have 200 agents who have 10 years multiple entry. Because when you are with Filipino Homes, there's an opportunity that I can help you get your visa. because I want you to go to the States, attend more trainings. The trainings there are excellent, the best speakers. So this will be a training there. And we will culminate the biggest awarding in Las Vegas. I hope you will be there. November 13 in Las Vegas.
This
Our
year,
awarding.
this year.
This year, yeah.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, a true rags to riches story indeed. I am proud to call this guy my friend. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Tonton.
thank you, Jiggy. We've been friends for almost 25 years.
Yes.
Right,
And
yeah.
you're an unbelievable success story, and I really felt like the story needs to be told. And I think this is the only way we can do that, through a long form
Thank you
conversation.
very much. It's our honor.
I'm glad that I'm able to help you tell your story, your true rags to riches story. The founder of Filipinohomes, Anthony Tonton Leuterio. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Amazing
Oh,
story.
yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much, man. Unbelievable. Woo!
Guys, so thank you once again for watching the video. Before we end, guys, I hope na-inspire kayo sa video na to. And if you find this helpful, just share the video to your friends na hindi pa alam yung Filipino homes, especially if you are an OFW. Okay guys, but before we end, I will let you watch one more video. Okay, so this is still Boston.
Persistent. I'll be a salesman. When I didn't know if it is one bedroom or studio. Pag-asa. Unique. Everything, don't stop, don't quit. Bad at time management. I look up to my parents. Helping. When I forgot my price list. Just keep doing everything as long as you don't quit. Dancing.
Alright, so there you go guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Share our channel, share our videos. Marami pa tayong mga tutorial sa channel na to. So if you want to learn more, follow us. Okay? So thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye!